Hello, hope you're doing great. I'm Arslan, and here at Trade Robot, we're going to take a look at trap analysis. In this video, there's a new feature that's been added to the market, both for crypto and Forex, and traps have been included as well. The traps had some technical issues, and we need to gather data from 35 indicators that we require to feed into the AI for analysis. But it was done yesterday, and now it's in the Forex channel once every 6 hours. You can see the artificial intelligence analysis on the 2-hour analysis chart, 2-hour time frame. I will explain the system to you. This is the artificial intelligence trading page, the Forex version. Now it is on 2 versions. I will put my picture here so that it is not in front of you. When you enter the site, we have a section called Artificial Intelligence, which now has a Forex version and a crypto version. Both prices are in reals or lower. You can subscribe inside Iran or outside Iran. You will find membership in the Telegram channel that sends you updates every 2 hours. This is Forex. The 8-digit width was superior to the euro, to the dollar, the pound, to the dollar. USD, JPY, USD to Swiss franc, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar to Canadian, New Zealand dollar to US dollar, and pound to yen. Which Tala is going to be added here today. Tala also has a party game because it is more popular. Each of these is analyzed every 2 hours. So it gets queued up, and each one is analyzed every 2 hours. But the trap version, since it's more popular, gets analyzed every 6 hours, meaning you receive trap analyses 4 times a day. I mentioned the details here. Make sure to watch the Forex AI video before this one. And now let's dive into our first trap analysis together. Well, my explanation is also good. What you are seeing here now is the Telegram channel, the Forex version of the market. The last analysis was at 7:39 in the morning. It is now 11 o'clock. On the Tala chart, it is a 2-hour Tala chart that we are getting from Big 8 brokers. Because you can get information from brokers and others, they do not complete it. We get it from brokers, but the chart is exactly the same, that is, the closing candle, the price, etc. You can trade this information anywhere, with any broker you want. Now, let's look at the price action and its analysis. According to the first procedure, we have the overall trend reversal. Analysis of the ADX indicator, which has values of 59 and 45, which shows that there is a very strong trend in the market. Our positive dia is 44. And our negative dia is 26. You can see how much the positive dia, which indicates the Saudi trend, is more than the negative dia indicates that the trend strength is high, and this can suggest that buying opportunities still exist. However, managing your capital is essential. We've seen the first analysis. Secondly, we look at the market through the eyes of the market. We see the trend, we see the momentum, we see the support against you. We take the key indicators, we see the market cap, and all of this is an analysis for humans. When you give this information to the most powerful human intelligences in the world like ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, it becomes clear that the last paragraph tells you that one potion is wonderful. The buying and selling situation of the RSIO indicator told us that 55 and 90 are stable levels. The stochastic indicator said 100 and 200 together, which shows that the selling and selling is oversold. The conclusion is that the selling and selling in the stochastic changes the probability of a Saudi correction, meaning that this pain that we had here in the screenshot now, this pain that existed here caused. Stochastic is ready again. SAD is good. RSI is normal. Check the moving averages together. EMAs, SMAs in lengths of 10, 20, 50, 100 and 200. The information is taken and given to the user to compare these 2 by 2 or several by several to see where the overall market trend and dynamic supports are, SMAs and EMAs. The biggest and strongest resistances and supports are market dynamics. We have 2 sets of resistance support, either linear. For example, we draw a line and say, this is resistance, the price will react to this, or EMA or SMA, meaning lines that have curves, and always move with the market. These are also considered part of the dynamic resistance levels in the market. The prices have been noted for us, and the conclusion drawn is that all the short-term averages are above the long-term averages. This indicates a bullish signal. So the EMA 10 is below the EMA 20, which is below the EMA 50, and so on. When these are all in the same direction, it means the trend is very Saudi. When these indicators get mixed up, it means the market is either ranging or changing direction. For the three key indicators, MACD and CCI, it has been compared. The MACD value is 753. The value of that signal line is 934. There is a possibility of a price drop in the short term. The CCI indicator shows a negative value of 1262, which is safe. Now, these are learning points. You can see the result. There is a possibility of a downward correction in the short term due to weak momentum. Momentum refers to the force behind market movement. When the market goes up, it usually doesn't just drop straight down. It tends to round off a bit before correcting. When it starts to round off, it means it's lost its momentum. There's no longer the force to push it higher. In this analysis, it has pointed out the key support and resistance levels. We actually take 3 different levels of support and resistance from the market. Classic levels 2733, 267, and 2735. Important resistance levels 2839, 2882, and 2826. Mark these on your chart. 2839, 2882, and 2826, which you can also mark on your chart for yourself. Now we can work on any block, for example. Assuming example Zawst Wanda. To throw these away, just come here. For example, throw away this error they told you about. Boom. How many should I throw away? Resistance, 28.39 and a half. In the settings. If the internet cooperates, and I'm recording 28.39. Um, 28.82 and a half. $28.82. And 28.26. This is calculated with 3 different styles. 28. 26. Now I have taken some medicine, but if you want to kill us, we can kill you more accurately. These support and resistance levels that we've defined. Now, support and resistance aren't always below the price or above the price. There are generalizations in the market, meaning we don't always have them lower than the price or higher than the price, because when the market spikes, it suddenly goes up and support and resistance form along the way. But because of that sudden jump, it can break through these levels. Then when it comes back, it reacts, and these are based on the same classic support and resistance formulas. I've marked 27.33 for you, and I'm going to draw these in green. 27.33. 26.70 a half. And what did the animals say to us? 27.35. 27.35. Well, let me point out one thing. Right here, you see that the 2 lines have come close together. That means both fibers and whatnot. Level. You see the first support and the first support are together. This is the very first point. When 2 different types of hours come together, they show one area as support or resistance. This is a very important point in the market. And analyzing this chart based on these 135 Catholics, I explained the videos. Now we are seeing that we are reading from the comfort of our hearts and going, This would take 5.5 hours to 7 hours for a human to have all this information. But you can consider different scenarios, and the same. These times that you can now, if we skeletonize, if you trade sideways, weaken with these points. Get the job done. According to the analysis, according to Vale, only half of the work is still ongoing. The result is that the current price of 28.71 is close to the important resistance of 28.82. At that moment, when the signal came in at 28.71, it was close to 28.82, meaning the resistance is high. So if it reaches this level, there's a chance of a downward correction. What it's telling us right now, considering the support and resistance, is that it just reacted to this level, and it's likely to hit it, so there's a possibility of a correction. This is one style of analysis. Dynamic analysis of other indicators is always one or two. We take the other index, 135 tons of cathode, and it shows you randomly. But random is not like it's a matter of chance, based on the analyses. Select 2 financial indicators to help you with better analysis. For example, William R. said this here, and now the development team says this. William's %R is showing -85, indicating an oversold area, and the development team has set it up this way. 23.71 indicates selling pressure. We have this aspect for your learning. After a while of seeing this analysis, you'll really see that we've become professional analysts. To summarize, and provide actionable suggestions for this section on the coin, it's important to carefully analyze the support and resistance levels. Entering a buy or bank position if the resistance at 28.82 breaks, with the next target being 29.88. This means if 28.82 breaks, it clearly defines a nice level above it. Maybe do a pullback with a target of 29.88. That makes sense. This is around 29.88. This scenario has been drawn out for us. Entering a sell position if it bounces back from 28.82 with a corrective target of 28.39. This suggests that there's another scenario as well. That too. This. Let's go back here and go back to 28:39. This is it. For example, I'll color it blue. This is our second scenario. Stop loss is said to be 28.45 for buying and 28.95 for selling. 28.45 is the price you can buy here. So if you want to buy, you can put it here. And 28.95 is just a bit above the levels that have been hit, and that shouldn't happen. 28.95 is for selling. It's also mentioned that this analysis was done by artificial intelligence. After that, we had an analysis for the euro to dollar, and now we just have to wait for the next analysis. It's 6:30, and it's coming up at 7:30. So, in about an hour and a half, the next gold analysis will come out, and between these 2 hours, we have different analyses for various currencies. I hope you find this useful. There are 2 main ways to use this, either as confirmation for your own analysis. We have an analysis and signal design. You use a robot. Everything you see is the general trend of the market. The general indicator is analyzed. We see support and resistance. And a confirmation is a word or sometimes something from the mind. It has been neglected, and you are reading this because now we have read and analyzed the method. It is not a minute, but a message will come to you on Telegram. Open your phone and look. It will take 1 minute. Maybe it will give you 1 Indian rupee. I hope it was useful for you. I will put the link in my shoe. If you search on Google, you will find Cheshme Bazaar. Search for Cheshme Bazaar on Google, and it'll come up for you. Now, if you hit Bazaar on the bot, it'll show you better results. This is the version of Cheshme Bazaar that has been around for a while. The Persian version has also been available on the site. You can search for this bot on Google, and you'll find the prices too. It's a Persian country, and you've taken the time to look into it. For now, goodbye.